in the mainstream right now?
It's dope, man. You know, it's been a long.
From humble beginnings, and I was just listening and watching your story and how you said you crossed rivers and you had to like hold your flash drives and everything over top of your head, and it was like it wasn't like a river where it's like, you know, just your ankles may get wet, like it's up to your shoulders and your neck, and you holding your clothes and everything up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just speak on that, just that whole motivation. Like, what was it to like, man, I gotta, man, you know what, this is crazy, but we gonna get it done anyway.
It's crazy because I didn't even think about, well, I did think about the possibility of like drowning or having the current completely wash me away, but it was like my dream and my drive to go make the music, man, and just like try and take a leap of faith overshadowed all of that. You know what I mean? There was times where I lost flash drive, lost two to get to studio, man. But there was no other way. I didn't have equipment at home. I didn't have anyone at home who knew how to work the softwares and stuff. I had to go there. I had to go to that guy's, and he was like the guy with the best equipment, the best knowledge, and he was like, we had the same service. He treated me like a little brother, you know. So it's somebody I wanted to be around so much. I knew the dangers of getting to that person. You know what I mean?
All right, no problem. So let's talk about this record you got now, Black and White. So how did this whole record come about? And it's just like because I mean, it's a whole vibe. I mean, what put you in the zone for that record? Just make me a fly on the wall in the studio that day.
I'm not gonna lie. One of those days where we just knocked tracks back to back to back. I was in Atlanta. I had a couple just walk in the room and just talk through ideas and move on. Next producer come, get straight to it, you know. And my boy Jay Kidd stopped in the studio, and he played a couple beats. I think that was the first beat I liked. I was like, yo, mark that one, but play some more. He played some more, and I was like, nah, go back to the first. Went back to that one. I already had like the first couple lines first, just written down on my notepad. So I was just like, work on this because it fits, you know, it fits the vibe of the song. You know what I mean? And I just built on that and finished doing that. And then a couple months later, like 3-4 months later, I was back here at home, and my A&R that started a meet and greet with no, it wasn't a meet and greet. That didn't come first actually. What they did was they played the guys at Dreamville my music, and Ari happened to like my. Was like, yo, I could definitely work with him. So they played me some of her songs. And they were like, if you want to work with her, just take the words down. And
yeah, Ari's definitely dope. She's actually from the area up here, DMV. You know, so she's definitely a hometown hero up here. So we love Ari. So she's definitely, once she jumped on, I was like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, she completed it, man. She added something I didn't even know was missing on the song. She completely took it out of him.
Crazy how that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what has been the whole? I mean, well, and after you made the record, right? And so you submitted it. How did the whole Coming to America 2 thing come about?
So what happened was the song was already set to be on my album, right? And my album was set to, and then Coming to America team reached to like a bunch of artists. I just happened to get up to be one of them. And in my case, I didn't have to write a song contract. They just picked one of the songs that I had already. And some set to release very soon. Some were still in the can. And yeah, they liked that. And I was like, cool.
So let's stop right there for a second. So when they first reached out, was it like, wow, like did you even believe that was real, or was you like, yeah, here, you take this, take that, and the thing? How, like, what was that feeling when you first got the Coming to America 2's team reached out to you?
Well, they didn't reach out to me personally. They reached out to my team, right? And anything that comes from my team, I believe they wouldn't just play about anything. So when I heard the news, I was like, yo, this is dope. This is amazing, man. Exposure to like places I haven't been to. So I was just like, definitely get it. Like, I'm down.
Yeah, absolutely. No, man, I know you believe it, but I mean, you know, like that surreal feeling, like, you know, this is really happening. Like, this is like a cultural classic movie, and they bringing it back, and I'm a part of it now. And this is once it's on there, it's on there forever.
I got like super excited, but my thing is I never get too excited until it's actually officially on there. You know, like at that time I was still like an artist. Yo, send us the songs, we'll see which one we like. And at the end of it, we still had a little short listing session with, okay, these guys, you know.
Yeah,
So
no, I get it. You ain't counting your money till it's in the bank.
yeah. I was like this the whole time.
Well, once it was done, and the movie came out and the soundtrack was released, and everybody actually saw that your new song was on there. What was that feeling like? And I'm sure you got a lot of phone calls like, "Bro, you made it. Now let me hold something."
I did it. I didn't even, but it was definitely a moment, man. Definitely a moment. I didn't celebrate it really, but in my mind, this is another milestone. That means a huge deal in my career. In my whole story. You know what I mean? It was really dope, man. And I got like perks to see the movie before anyone else sees it, getting like the director's cut like that. So that was pretty dope.
Oh man, so you got to see. You still have seen parts of the movie that the general public haven't seen, because the director's cut is a lot longer. It has more scenes in it than we don't get to see. Period.
Yep.
So I'm gonna ask you to drop some jewels on us then. Like, what parts of the movie that's not on Amazon that we seen like is on that director's cut that we might have been like,
I don't think I'm
gonna put that in there.
I don't think I'm allowed to say, man. I don't say that.
Well, I definitely ain't trying to get you in, because them lawyers is real. So I don't want to get you in trouble with none of that. But yeah. So just going on to that. So with the soundtrack out now, so what's the next thing for Nasty?
Just doing more collabs, man. I'm doing a lot of collaborations with a couple guys that from Brazil, from here, like in Nigeria, and stuff like that. So I'm definitely gonna be putting out like a lot of music. Put out like 3 projects minimum.
All right, so I mean, you can't just say I'm working with these people from here. I need some names. I need, maybe some release dates. I need you got to tell us something, bro.
Oh, so right now, the only one I can pretty tell you about, because me and Dude been talking for a while now, and I like his music. I've always liked his music. It's Jackboy. Me and Jackboy, I sent him like 7 songs a couple days ago. So I'm waiting on him to send something back, and he's gonna send something to me. I'm gonna knock it out. You know what I mean? The couple others I can't say yet because people are just jumping to the conclusion.
Okay. Well, I did notice this in your story. You were saying how T.I. was actually the artist that made you really pay attention to rap, and like opened you up to genres, because before it was just like, the international pop stars like Mariah Carey and stuff like that. So is that somebody that you were like a dream collabo for you, because he's one of the people that really kind of put the genre on the map for you?
Yeah, it was always like that. He was one guy I always wanted to meet, always wanted to become like, you know what I mean? Just because of the type of art. At first it was because of the music that he used to make, but then the more of a fan I became, and the more extra his background story, stuff he's doing now, the stuff he does for his community outside of the art, made me salute him that much more. He reached out, and that was a moment. It was crazy. It was crazy. I had to step out, get some
You
air.
breaking up? I didn't hear you breaking up. You say he reached out and what?
I said that was a full circle moment for me. Crazy,
Okay.
crazy.
So what's your dream collabos as well? Like, from, I say, U.S. artists.
Currently, Young Thug, Rihanna. Definitely. Who's this? Travis, Future, Adele. I know Adele's not U.S., but Adele. And I have to work with Billy. Really love Billy's music. I listen to it like for a while now. No, Billie Eilish.
Oh, Billy. I thought you said Biggie. I was about to say, I don't know if Puff got some unreleased tracks or something that's unreleased verses. I'm sure he got something in the can, but that'll work. But no, you basically named everybody. You trying to work with the whole game, and the way you work is kind of like you're a machine. Just how you said that night when you made Black and White, you was banging out track after track after track. How long does it take you to make one song?
It depends, man. It really depends. If I'm in that zone and the song just like has me for that whole session, then I might finish. But if it's like a burst of like, I don't know, inspiration, then I might start the idea. I might do like a hook, one verse, and I might leave it and come back to it, like maybe even a week later.
Yeah,
I don't like.
They in the comments asking for a Nasty and Lil Wayne record.
That would be so dope. That would be so dope. But I have a thing, and I know it's crazy for me to say, being as who I am and who Wayne is, but I feel like I'm not gonna do a Wayne song or a feature with Wayne unless I get the engineer.
Unless you get what?
The engineer.
Oh, the engineer. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
If I definitely. Wayne is one of my biggest influences ever. But I just don't like the guys who are engineering for him right now. I don't like what they do.
Oh, hey, you put it out there. You're nice and blunt. Hey, but it ain't nothing ain't nobody ever said before, so that's fine. But I tell you this, as far as musically now, I mean, when is the feature project coming out?
Like my own project.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to dropping one in like two months, maybe even just 1 month. It's really just like it's 90% done right now, but every other week I feel like it's 70% done. Like I need to go back and work some more, you know.
So we waiting on samples, or you just waiting on that next record, or is it just like, what's the hold up? What you think?
I feel like I'm missing something. I'm missing something in there. I don't know if it's a feature or if it's a song. I don't know what it's missing, but it's definitely missing something, and I'm not gonna put it out if I still feel like that.
Do you have a title for it?
Nah, not even. I have a couple titles I'm playing with in my head, but none of them stick yet.
Oh, okay. Is there an overall, I'll say an overall direction or overall vibe? Is it more gonna be like, say, the black and white vibe where it's more laid back and you kind of just talking to them, or is it you're gonna give some up tempo, you're gonna mix it up? I mean, what's the overall vibe of this next project gonna be?
I always like to like balance my projects, and I feel like albums are special things, special timestamps for artists. I feel like you have to go off, you have to do a bit of everything. You have to go wild, go stupid, and then you have to also go the sentimental route. Whether you speak about your parents, whether you speaking about your life story, a loved person, whatever. So my album's definitely gonna be like diverse in that sense. But as far as like a theme, I'm not going for a heavy theme this time. Like I always do albums with like a theme and a double meaning to the title and all that.
That's why I asked.
This time I really, and I just been having fun making music.
No problem. But before I let you go, I do want to ask you this now that you're successful and everybody knows you and you're this international star and they calling you the coolest kid in Africa by far. I mean, I've noticed that you said your father was not. He was not with you becoming a musician. He was totally against it. He was against the whole culture of it and what it stood for. What does he think now? What does he have to say now?
Proud, first man. Has to be proud.
Yeah.
He came around though, man, and it wasn't. I know I always said he came around because I started bringing money into the house, helping the house, buying a car and stuff like that. But he really came around, man. He really started to listen to my music, and I feel like he found out more stuff about me than he ever speaking to me in general. And that's really dope, man. That's really dope.
Absolutely. I always said it's like his generation, well, his parents didn't understand the music he was listening to, and it's like generational. Each generation is different, and because everybody gets so hell-bent on their generation is the best, or the 90s is the best, or the early 2000s is the best, I'm not listening to these now. It's kind of like a mental block they put up until you actually just, you just dumb yourself down and just say, boom, just be an open canvas and just consume the music. And because I believe every generation has every type of music. Like you have your conscious music, you have your crazy music, you have your people, your music that's slapping people around, and then you have your love songs. Every generation, then you have the songs that you're not even supposed to take serious. They're just fun songs for the moment. Every generation has that. So I just think that was a good thing for him, to humble himself and, really take a listen to it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate him for that.
Absolutely. Has he hopped in on any studio sessions with you?
Nah. I really don't like people being in the studio when
so you're the type, everybody go, everybody out of the room.
Yeah, everybody has to leave.
Oh man.
Right.
So you burning some incense, got your sage going. What's the studio ritual for Nasty?
Not even, man. I just like to do like random stuff like recording. I might just mute all my vocals, beat and try and listen to it with a fresh ear again, because I'm not really sure what I already put down. And if there's people in the studio, they'll go, no, that's actually good. They'll go, nah, read anyone's opinion while I'd rather play it till after I'm done. You know, so while I'm get up, I walk around the room. I might just go stand and Facebook and just like try and think of something different. I don't want people just staring at me or snapping me. I hate that people like snapping. I hate it. You know?
And lastly, have you done any of the production for this new coming project too? Are you doing the production, or are you seeking out producers?
I'm back on production. I'm definitely working on a lot of producers, working with a lot of producers, especially online producers, guys like Texas. There's a guy from Germany I'm working with. There's a couple guys from UK actually. I love what they're doing. But I'm also heavily involved in the production.
No. You breaking up. You was going in and out.
No, I said I'm just having fun with it. Having fun.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I just wanted to know, because I remember in your story you were saying how you actually came to learning how to produce, and actually you had the Nokia headphones with the laptop, not a laptop. You had the actual joystick to bend down and make sure it hit. So I mean, but the things about learning experience like that is like you learn everything from the ground up. So it's like now when you get to the big stuff and the up-to-date stuff, it's so simple because you had to do everything like piece by piece, and now you got these machines that do like 5 things at once, so it just makes it a lot more less complicated and easy. So
yeah, man. And you get